Okay, this is the A+ setup review for the week of May 12th, 2024. So, heading into Monday, this is the beginning of the session. The overnight and Friday was balancing within an uptrend. The bias is generally bullish. This is the area here. We had a breakout on, I think, Thursday, and then some consolidation on Friday above the breakout. And I had this as larger time frame resistance. Oase did not have this as larger time frame resistance. I think he had this. But Oase was bullish. I was more neutral bullish, and this was larger time frame resistance. So to me, it was okay to trade here again. And then if there was some good location trade lower, then I was willing to trade that too. And so for trades down here, you've got the ITF and the STF bias with you. For trades up here, you've got a larger time frame zone. It's against the bias. But if you have exhaustion in first test, then that would be okay. So to me, the first A+ setup would be this short here because it's larger time frame zone, and got a nice exhaustion overnight, testing Friday's high, first time up. So maybe not 100% A+ since it's against the bias, but a good trade. This trade was a nice exhaustion. It's with the bias. It's not really at the best area. I was preferring down here, and so this is the A+ setup for Monday. Nice move into the bottom of the zone. It's with the bias. Good zone. Two big things with it. And then heading into the PPI, the market gapped into a key zone, or spiked into a key zone, and it's an A+ setup. This was the breakout and consolidation here. You've got all these, you've got some swings here. This was the launching point of this big down move, so this is a key area. This is an A+ setup because even though it's on the report, you don't even have to, you can wait until just after the report, but the reason this is good is it's a very key area. And then this is not an A+ setup, but nonetheless, I think it's a good setup because you've gone from 52.16 to 52.60 with no consolidation. You had a failed breakdown. You had a test here. This could have been an aggressive long here with just sort of a volatility stop, because you can be aggressive. You could be aggressive because you're trading with a failed breakdown pattern. So this would also be an A+ setup here. You can just use an aggressive entry and an aggressive stop, and then you don't really even need your stop down at 33. Like that would be a 7-point stop. I think you could put your stop just below some of these lows here, maybe even 35, and that's a 5-point stop. So then getting targets wouldn't be so bad. And then this comes down, exhausts into bull bear zone here. This is a good setup, probably not A+ because it's not really completely exhausted into the zone. Risk reward might be a little questionable, but nonetheless, this is you had a failed breakdown. It's with the bias. The thing is, the failed breakdown kind of played out here. It already went all the way to the other side. So this is really just bottom of the range, maybe, and so maybe a little aggressive in that. I think this is probably the failed breakdown trade. You got to be fast on these failed breakdowns. And then this is the bull bear zone, and there's another good setup here to trade long. And then we had this big breakout. So another thing that I think confirms this as larger time frame resistance is we had the breakout right here, and it was a really large breakout. And then we were testing this key area. It always had this as larger time frame resistance, and this is where the breakout occurs around 5,300. And so here you've got everything bullish. You've got this failed breakdown, rejection, rally, strong balance overnight, huge spike on the report. This is a high odds setup. This is into the larger time frame resistance. First time up, you can do this for a tradable reaction. You want to just set this as just entry and just put modest targets on it, and then just forget about it, because you need to be focused on the long. So you can take this trade for 1.5 or 1.8 R or some tradable reaction, but you need to forget about it really fast, because it's against the bias and against what's happening, and you don't want to miss this. So the key here is to be aggressive and to get in on this trade because of all this bullishness. This is an A+ setup. Okay, after that we took out the all-time high. We got very extended. We balanced overnight. We kind of had a little bit of a weird failed breakout here, and then before that in the overnight session you had this and this, which neither of these are A+ setups, and that's because of this. You got this, right? You've gone from 50.40 to 53.48. You've gone 300 points up, and there's really just these small balances. There's no big structure, no big balance got put in place. So you've got really not much to lean on here. The thing you do have to lean on is this swing high here when it comes back down here, but up here, which is where we're talking about right in this area here. You sort of have a little bit of support here, but really the better support is lower. So I mean, it's okay. It's just there's just not much there. Better support's lower. Markets are really extended. You've got larger time frame exhaustion. All the force was the previous day on the short covering and the stops getting hit. It's all done. All that fuel is gone. So these are okay. I mean, the overnight was still strong. I mean, the short term was still there, but all you have is all these short term flimsy areas. There's nothing really good here. Let's see, that's the end of the day. You did get a spike into better support here, but nothing special. And then in the overnight, we start to hit somewhat better support, but this is just, I think, mediocre. And then really the only A+ setup is the spike into the breakout, and that's also a spike into this. So you got the breakout and you've got this key swing here. This was the largest time frame launch last time. There's a reason to think that this is going to hold, and you're going to at least get your scale, and then you can find out what happens. So this is another A+ setup. So for the week we've got 1, 2. It's not A+, it's against the bias. 3, I would say 4 here, and then 5 and 6. So 6 A+ setups on the week.